Hi, this is Shirley Bovshow. Welcome back to the Garden World Report, your weekly online guide to the world of gardening. Today on Garden World Report, we will travel across the country with some favorite garden bloggers on a virtual tour of garden centers that are all decked out for the holidays. Also, you're going to learn how to properly care for one of these plants. And you're going to also learn how to pronounce its name properly. I bet you're already wondering if you say it right or not. Well, we're going to come back to this later. In addition to this, garden trend spotter Suzi McCoy is back, and this time she's talking about edible gardens. Oh yeah, I love talking about food. It really gets me in a festive mood. Speaking of edible gardens, quiet!
Take 23.
Oh God, you just missed, I was on a roll, dude. Speaking of edible gardens, Garden World Report correspondent Isabel Hardman of England has a free growing guide for vegetable gardening. You're gonna have to stick around to find out how to get one. Before we dive into our holiday theme show, I've got some garden news to report. According to a Google alert I received this morning, there is a certain gardener named Shirley who took her clothes off and posed naked in a calendar in order to raise funds for a community garden. I want to set the record straight. I am not that Shirley, even though that alert led straight to my blog. There's a woman named Shirley, who's a gardener from Florida, who, along with 15 other mature environmentalists, all women, they took their clothes off and got naked for a calendar to raise funds, and they called this calendar Women Who Sustain the Earth. These free-spirited eco-calendar girls have already sold over 500 calendars and raised $8,000 for a nonprofit organization called Green Living and Energy Education. Not bad. So, while it may be true that my blog does contain the combination of words Shirley, garden, and naked, it really is only referring to a bare wall that I covered with a vine. Suzi McCoy of the Garden Media Group is back. This installment is about edible gardening. And Suzi wants us to consider taking those vegetables out of the vegetable plot and growing them in the landscape. Suzi will explain.
Hi, this is Suzi McCoy for the Garden World Report. I am a garden trend spotter and public relations specialist, and I'm here in Pennsylvania in Zone 6B. One of the hottest garden trends going right now is growing your own vegetables. It's very clear when you taste Swiss chard right out of the garden, just picked, that you understand why growing your own vegetables has become so hot. The National Gardening Association says that almost 20% more people are growing vegetables this year. And they're doing it not just because of the economy, they're doing it for this very reason, because you can get beautiful vegetables that taste good and you know exactly where they've come from. Now, you can have a gorgeous vegetable garden like this, my friend Sheila's, or you can start blending your vegetables right in with your perennial beds. You can use lettuce to do your edging, you can use parsley, you can use all kinds of herbs instead of putting in annuals. Look how beautiful this row of lettuce looks here in the garden. Now imagine if this was just your garden and this were a path, you'd still be picking lettuce this time of year for your own family to be eating. And we moved this vegetable garden up to your front lawn. And so we reclaim our lawns so that they are being more productive. So this year, remember, edible gardens are in, non-productive gardens are out. If you want to hear more about our garden trends, please visit our website, gardenmediagroup.com. Suzi McCoy for the Garden World Report. Shirley, it's been great visiting with you. See you next week.
I agree with Suzi. Mix your edible plants with your ornamental plants in the landscape. That way you'll have a Garden of Eden experience. It's great. I mean, you can't walk 2 feet in my garden without finding something to eat. Told ya. We're still talking about food. Garden blogger Isabel Hardman of England created these really neat pocket-sized growing guides for vegetable gardening that you can take out to the garden when you're out there working. And it's free.
Hello, this is Isabel Hardman for Garden World Report. I'm here to tell you about the good growing guides that I have written. They're pocket postcard gardening advice, which you can fit in your pocket and take to the allotment nice and easy. It means you don't have to lug a fat gardening book with you whenever you're growing something new. They're invaluable if you want to know how deep to plant your potatoes or how far apart to sow your celery. They're aimed at anyone who's growing something for the first time, and they come with very simple instructions and no scary jargon. I'm an English gardener, so in England we don't have zones in the same way as you do in America. It generally just gets a little bit wetter or a little bit colder depending on where in the country you are. But if you're trying to replicate the advice that I've written in these guides, you'll probably be in zones 7 to 8. You can download these guides for free from my blog www.fennellandfern.co.uk, and you can also buy hard copies of these from the site. Thanks very much for watching.
Your pocket guide to growing veggies is perfect. Garden blogger Brenda Haas of Ohio visited no less than 8 garden centers. She even crossed over to Michigan. Brenda set off to spy on what's new in holiday decor and plants. Here are some highlights from her visits.
Oh, hey, it's me, Brenda Haas. I live in a garden in Zone 5, and I'm here for the Garden World Report to share some greenhouse centers up in my area, show you what us northerners do during the winter months. So, let's go.
First stop, Van Wert, Ohio at Laurie's Naturescape. I love the huge ornaments used in her landscape design. Benches, an adorable gardener's tree that included gloves and shovel. Black diamond with their festive topiary and breathtaking hanging poinsettias. Bordine Nursery in Rochester Hills, featuring Michigan-grown greenery, pink rose poinsettia, grown on location, and a fabulous home and garden decor shop that has been inspired by Christmas. Detroit Garden Works, who has been featured in the Garden Design magazine with the garden treasures from around the world. Owner Deborah Silver truly inspires. Historical Goldner Walsh Garden and Home with a custom creative holiday design. Klotz Greenhouse filled with fantasy poinsettias, gifts from nature, and custom Christmas floral design. Christmas at Haynes in Holland, Ohio, featuring designer baskets filled with greenery, creative Christmas containers, and my favorite, kissing topiary balls. If you would like to see more of my images from these holiday adventures, please check out my webpage at bggarden.com. Merry Christmas!
Wow, Brenda, it's feeling a lot like Christmas here in LA now. I'm going to have to go back to your blog now and see the rest of the photos of your tour, and I'm going to take my sweet time, and you can too. Our next garden center stop is in Denver, Colorado with Gieo Penseneult.
Hi, I'm Gieo Penseneult with the New American Landscape Channel, coming to you from Denver, Colorado for the Garden World Report. Today I'm looking at 2 of my very favorite independent garden centers to see what's going on for the Christmas and holiday season. Hi, we're at Paulino's Garden Center here in Denver, Colorado. I'm with Christy to find out and hear what's happening at Paulino's Garden Center for the Christmas and holiday season. What kind of special things do you have going on here this year?
We have live potted Christmas trees for the green conscious people. All kinds of stuff. We have colored flocked Christmas trees for people who want to celebrate a little differently with a special color in your home scheme, I guess.
Very nice. You have what, 8,500 poinsettias?
8,500 poinsettias we grow here on site. There's lots of different colors and varieties. We also do custom dyeing, so if you would like a blue poinsettia or a purple poinsettia, we also have those available.
From Paulino's Garden Center in Denver, Colorado for the Garden World Report.
Thanks, Gieo. Custom colored Christmas trees? Why not? It's an artistic expression and it's a free country. Millions of people have this plant in their house right now, and many of them don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. Repeat after me. Poinsettia. That's right, poinsettia. It's got an I at the end, so if you're dropping it, put it back, not poinsettia. John Morgan of Bob's Markets and Greenhouses in West Virginia is going to show us how to properly take care of these.
Hi, this is John Morgan for the Garden World Report, and I work for Bob's Market and Greenhouses. We are located in Mason, West Virginia, Zone 6. As you can see behind me, we're getting ready for the holiday season. So I want to give you some tips today to help care for your poinsettias. Because they are a tropical plant, poinsettias prefer temperatures between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Poinsettias prefer moist but not overly wet soil, so make sure you water it regularly, but allowing your poinsettia to dry out even once can cause the leaves to wither and drop. Poinsettias are fairly fragile plants, so avoid having fans or registers blowing on them. That can actually cause the stems to break. Poinsettias also prefer plenty of light, so a sunny south-facing window works great. If you place your poinsettia in a window, make sure that its leaves do not touch the glass. The cool temperature of the glass can actually harm the leaves. Poinsettias are also mildly toxic, so keep them away from pets and small children. To learn more about Bob's Market and Greenhouses, visit us on the web at bobsmarket.com.
Remember what John said. Poinsettias can be toxic if you eat them. So keep an eye on your kids and those pets. Better yet, feed them. That way they won't get hungry and start craving this plant. If you don't believe that pets can crave plants like this, watch this dog in action. Do you like that lemongrass? Hungry. Hi. It looks like the dog was watching the show. Good job. He steered away from the poinsettias and went straight to the lemongrass. This is a dog with good taste. I wonder if he likes Thai food too. I had another great time with you. Where does time fly? Man, it goes fast. I want to thank our contributors for traveling all over the country to all those garden centers to bring us ideas to inspire us. Thank you guys. I want you to become a fan of the show on Facebook and then follow us on Twitter. And as always, I want you to email us if you have any ideas for the show or if you want to be the next contributor. Until next week, just go out and garden.